Hello and welcome to National Focus. I'm your presenter Mervin. Thank you for joining us. Coming up, the DLPadministration remains committed to its No Child Left Behind policy. The Reform Management Unit of the Establishment Personnel and Training Department conducts public service survey, and the Honorable Minister for Carib Affairs, Ashton Graneau, says government has been able to invest in the best interest of Dominica's indigenous people. Stay tuned for details of these and other stories right after the break.
A lot of bathtubs are blamed for bruises. Some staircases are accused of being responsible for broken bones. Doors are occasionally viewed suspiciously as causing lesions. A high percentage of tables are accused of producing bleeding or trauma. Violence against women is a crime, and it's everyone's responsibility. It's inexcusable. If you're a victim or witness of physical or psychological violence or abuse, seek help and denounce the perpetrator.
Welcome back. Time now for the details of the news. The DLPadministration remains committed to its No Child Left Behind policy. The Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Carey told Parliament last month that the policy makes allowance for students of preschool age through to college and university. Government has facilitated registered preschools in delivering care to children of disadvantaged parents by making a grant of up to $2,500 available to these schools in proportion to the number of children in attendance.
We have addressed the concern of parents who were challenged in meeting the transportation costs of children attending school by providing transportation to and from school. From fiscal year 2009-2010 to 2013-2014, $9.6 million was spent on transportation services for children to attend school in Dominica. Of this, $7.7 million was paid for contractual arrangements with private bus drivers for transporting students to school. Up the 76 bus drivers and the families benefited from this program. So $7.7 million have been paid to bus drivers across Dominica. Money in their pockets, Madam Speaker, and job creation for them and for their families.
The DLPadministration has also put measures in place to ease the cost of student transfer from primary to secondary school. A school transfer grant of $500 is provided to parents to purchase uniforms, books, and shoes for students. The government has also provided tangible support to students willing to attend the Dominica State College but faced with financial difficulties.
The opening up of this opportunity to our students has seen the enrollment at the Dominica State College to the extent that currently 87% of students leaving secondary schools attend the DSC, Dominica State College, up to 7% in 2002.
Meantime, 348 students have been granted scholarships to attend various universities and colleges around the world. In addition to those who are granted full scholarships, another 991 were given partial scholarships. In more news, developing nations are being encouraged to make good business sense of the opportunities to gain funding for developing and expanding their businesses. Chairman of the Invest Dominica Authority, Paul Moses, said that despite the efforts of governments in the region to expand the business sector through policies and initiative, it is the job of the enterprises to make good on those opportunities.
Opportunities must never be viewed simply because initially they look promising from the entrepreneur's viewpoint. In order for them to make business sense, business opportunities must be viewed from the standpoint of the targeted customers and clients, and the enterprise's comparative ability to garner the right mix of resources to throw at them to interest those customers and clients enough to make their patronage both profitable and sustainable. When one considers where some of our businesses are located, in relation to the customers that they serve, the quality of packaging and delivery of their products and services, and the level of financing it would require to make these businesses viable. It is obvious that some SMEs have gotten that vital mix woefully wrong.
He made the statements at a stakeholders forum geared at building opportunities and access to early financing for small and medium-sized enterprises.
A 2011 Compete Caribbean Enterprise Survey revealed poor access to capital as one of the principal impediments to private sector development in Dominica and the broader Eastern Caribbean region. Among the key delimiting factors are high interest rates, rigid collateral requirements, inadequate overdraft facilities, insufficient bank syndication, as well as the absence of alternative capital access avenues, such as public markets, venture capital, etc.
He noted that real business opportunities need to translate into feasible projects that sustain themselves and can expand. He advised that there are other competitors looking for business opportunities and the region needs to take note.
One is the question of timing. The speed with which a seemingly viable opportunity can be further analyzed, explored, and converted to a workable business venture. If opportunity seekers are slow to make that transition, they risk others moving in and setting up business that will negatively impact the one that they may eventually establish. Secondly, they fail to honestly measure their own ability to successfully pursue that business venture in relation to the strengths of would-be competitors. And worse, they fail to progressively build on their relative strengths over the years.
The two-day forum was an event spearheaded by the GIS Dominica Authority to expand on government's ongoing reform program. The project had support from the ACP Business Climate Facility. The Honorable Minister for Carib Affairs and the Parliamentary Representative for the Kalinago Territory, Ashton Graneau, says despite the global economic crisis, government has been able to invest in the best interests of Dominica's indigenous people. According to Graneau, government has provided significant resources for the rehabilitation of the roads in the Kalinago Territory.
The link road into Concord, that road, Madam Speaker, that road, which is 99% complete and which will cost about $2 million when completed, is one of the projects that really impacted on the lives of the Kalinago people in this area. The access road, Madam Speaker, there is the rehabilitation of the southern section of the Horseback Ridge Road, and you may have seen it if you come across into Sarabia from the police station, and the construction of a new link road into Tuna Village. Tuna Village is the part of the Carib territory which is called Concord, but which was in a sense severed from the rest of the Kalinago territory because it is on the other side going towards Debwash.
The Honorable Minister says that the rehabilitation and construction of new roads has presented other benefits for the community.
This road would have outside of the short-term employment that it has already created, in the future will have created a positive link to Concord or Tuna Village with much faster access. It will also have opened up new agricultural lands that our farmers can continue the production of some of the lauma and the toloma and the manioc that they are traditionally known for, and the new crops, of course, that we're now talking about, cocoa and coffee. It will also enhance the tourism product in this area, Madam Speaker. Tuna Village is one of the villages in the Kalinago territory that is visited by tourists very regularly.
Honorable Graneau explained that the road rehabilitation efforts are in keeping with government's plan to ensure that 85% of the road network is in good condition by the end of 2015. The Honorable Minister noted, though, that the current administration acknowledges that there is more to development than just physical infrastructure.
Some of these things you do not see them, Madam Speaker. So some people look for just physical development. They do not see the human aspect of the development that we're talking about. The whole idea of the capacity building here is not just, it's not only physical aspect, but also the building the capacity of the human, according to an economist, investing in the human capital. That's what we've been doing, Mr. Speaker. And as a result, that project, that component of the project also is completed.
According to the Honorable Prime Minister's $489 million budget presentation on July 23rd, the Ministry of Public Works, Energy and the Ports was allocated $57.5 million under the capital expenditure for the continuation of infrastructural works across the island and the production of geothermal energy. In more news, visitors to three government departments over the past 2 weeks have participated in a customer satisfaction survey. The survey is part of moves to reform service delivery in the public service. The initiative is being spearheaded by the Reform Management Unit and the Establishment Personnel and Training Department.
The customer survey is now taking place in at the Registry Department, the Establishment Department, and the Customs. These three were just randomly chosen initially as a first phase of dealing with the survey. We're going on to deal with the Ministry of Physical Planning, Lands, Housing, and Ministry of Health.
The survey follows a customer service consultancy undertaken by the Government of Dominica in its move to reform the public sector. That consultancy resulted in the formulation of a customer service charter, the creation of a customer service standards, the production of values handbook, and a complaint mechanism. The surveys are integral in the development of these documents.
The surveys are to get an idea of how customers are being served by the public officers, and we're trying to make customer service delivery more effective. So the use of the surveys will allow us to go into making these deliveries more effective.
The survey comprises general questions applicable to all three departments as well as questions specific to each. Visitors will rate services based on timeliness, staff assistance, and quality of service. The customer satisfaction survey is one of several methods created to ensure that customer service delivery is at its optimum. The Connect Government database, already in full force, is another.
We have had positive responses to that. And also we have the Connect to Government database, which is located at the downstairs of the government headquarters, where we have the operators, where you get people calling from overseas, may want to know basic information. Instead of transferring them to a ministry and wasting time, we set up a database with all basic questions, frequently asked questions, like what is the procedure of getting married in Dominica if a foreigner wants to come in and marry. And all the questions are there on a database, and the operators can answer the customer immediately.
The customer satisfaction survey will be taken to other government departments to improve services throughout the public service.
We are the ones doing it, and we have to make it work, because we have to make a difference in how we serve our customers. We have to make serving our customers, our deliveries effective, and make our customers want to come back to us and feel satisfied with the services that they have gotten. So we have to see it to fruition.
Youth play a key role in the sustainability of any project. This statement was made by Chairperson of the Dominica Environment Youth Organization, Delroy Williams. Williams was addressing the launching of the second annual National Trail Day last Thursday.
Youth basically guarantee sustainability. One youth are engaged or one youth are take ownership of an activity. You ensure that in the years to come that there will be participation and there will be management of that resource. So we are hoping that the young persons who participate in particularly National Trail Day see the trail in various ways. One, as a source of physical activity, also as a Dominica's tourism product, as an opportunity to also educate themselves about our natural environment, and of course, most and foremost for young persons at that age, is as a form of socialization as well.
The chairman is also calling for the use of social media by the youth in order to promote National Trail Day.
As you know, young persons engage in social media promotion and discussion on a daily basis. So what we have done, we have created various hashtags that we are giving to young persons so that when they upload their photos and their statuses, that they use those hashtags, and as such, that can basically lead to the promotion of Dominica's national trail, promotion of our natural and tourism products on the World Wide Web. And it's basically a form of free promotion for Dominica, free promotion for the trail. So we see it as an opportunity to have young persons engaged in promotion of the trail, in education, and get thousands of hits generated basically about the Waitakere National Trail.
The chairperson of the Dominica Environment Youth Organization urged youth groups that have not yet signed up for the Trail Day hike scheduled for the 9th of August to register.
We are calling out on youth groups, clubs, schools, associations, and persons in the various community to come out on the 9th of August, which is next week Saturday, to participate in that activity. There are still opportunities for young persons and the general public to participate in the hike. Simply call the office.
And that's the English news. McPherson St. Luce is next with the Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Moi, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, la sécurité cybercrime autant important pour faire business. Parole cela sorti au directeur Telecoms Bennett Thomas, Dominique Techen workshop à sécurité cybercrime mois passé.
Mais si vous regardez ça, il passe à faire business online parce que il pas de press security, press protection online against ces criminels là. Il dit ça vient de Dominique, si vous prenez des bagages comme ça. Mais si on est, ça veut dire faire cyber security. Vous regardez, oh, mais Dominique, ok man, you need bagages cyber security, you need protection, oh, mais ça fait bagages online. So it's a form of confidence investors are venir à dire, and say, ok, moi je venir Dominique. So cyber security c'est un bagage qui encompasse tout bagage. Parce que vous savez tout bagage online et vous prenez protection against les criminels ou en trouble. So c'est ça tout ça bagage ça qu'a travaillé.
En d'autres nouvelles, programme Révolution CAI qui le gouvernement a déjà dépensé à peu près 3 millions de dollars, qui a bénéficié autant de monde dans le pays là, et spécialement le pays Kalinago. Parole celle-là sortie du Parlement Kalinago, Honorable Ashton Graneau. Sinon, Honorable Graneau, Atkinson et puis Andrew Zilke aussi bénéficié en bas programme là. Bon compliment aussi à pour Venezuela et puis People's Republic of China pour contribution à yo avancement conditions la vie peuple Kalinago. Le gouvernement dépensé plus que 300 000 dollars en bas programme rénovation et puis sanitation Kayan Kalinago. Honorable Graneau fait parole que le gouvernement a occupé peuple Kalinago et puis dit que parole négative en impact à fait c'est pas vrai. Premier ministre Honorable Roosevelt Skerritt annoncé un budget qui allocation 21,9 millions de dollars qui est allé pour le programme Révolution CAI qui est aussi voué 1,500 CAI neuf à bâti. En la nouvelle, management Solid Waste Dominique a commandé monde qui a exporté vieux batteries l'autre pays pour taper en licence votre coopération là. Parole celle-là sorti votre officier relations publiques General Jacob.
C'est une monde qui a fait ça et puis il pas une licence. Donc c'est monde ça là qui yo supposé une licence. Loi Solid Waste Act là dit yo supposé une licence pour exporter ces piles là, ces batteries à l'autre pays. Parce que nous signons un agrément international et puis Basel Convention et puis regardez qui sur son hazardous waste si nous transporter qualité plomb avec batterie et puis pile l'autre pays et vous pas en licence et puis solid waste gouvernement passable ou ça la concerner l'autre pays pour charger pour mener Dominique en loi et puis ça mener Dominique en loi et puis nous payer l'argent qui nous même pas pour développer Dominique comme ça nous tous nous pour faire ce que nous connaître code loi et puis nous supposé rester en loi travailler puis loi et puis nous quand dit c'est monde là qui a fait ça pour venir aussi solid waste et puis nous aussi qui faire investigation non et puis venir travailler puis solid waste faire ce qui yo une licence pour exporter ces piles ça là.
Et puis finalement Premier ministre Honorable Roosevelt Skerritt en parole délivré un budget 2014-2015, 300 millions de dollars déjà dépensés à ce gros travail chimé tout le pays là. Quand même si l'homme parlementaire savant, Honorable Dr. Kenneth Darrow, $1 million pour l'agence là dépensé à ce chimé savant White River. Honorable Daru aussi fait report à ce projet de réhabilitation de l'eau, $2 millions, location Plainfield et puis développement CAI. Honorable Daru aussi mentionné groupe habitant qui t'a payé assistance, réparation health center, l'école primary et puis community center. Projet DAL et puis clété à ce chemin aussi tapé attention. Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelles en créole pour à présent. Non, moi, c'est McPherson Luce. Au revoir.
Coming up next, your tip of the day.
DOWASCO recognizes that clean water is vital to healthy living. Therefore, it spares no effort in providing a clean, safe, and reliable system. Help keep our rivers safe and clean. Do not cut trees along the river banks and do not pollute with garbage, human or animal feces, and chemicals. Think water, think life.
The volatile oils in ginger have long made it a useful herbal remedy for nasal and chest congestion. Pour 2 cups of boiling water over a 1-inch piece of peeled grated ginger, steep for 10 minutes and strain. Add a pinch or 2 of cayenne pepper to the water and drink as needed. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website at news.gov.dm. Like us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire news production team here at the Government Information Service, I'm your presenter Mervin. Thank you for watching.